Whale alert. Giant XRP transactions have just been spotted. And whenever that happens, smart investors know it's time to pay attention. You see, when the whales move, the markets don't just ripple, they sometimes crash. Today, we're going deep. What's really happening behind the scenes? Are XRP holders in danger of a massive sell-off? And most importantly, how can you protect yourself and even use the fear to your advantage? No hype, no panic, just real analysis you can actually use. If you're holding XRP or thinking about getting in, you cannot afford to miss this. Let's dive in. Point 1. What's happening right now _. Alright, so let's start with the facts. Over the past few days, blockchain trackers like Whale Alert and XRPL Monitor have picked up some massive XRP transactions. We're talking about hundreds of millions of dollars worth of XRP, moved from private wallets directly to exchanges like Binance and Bitstamp. Now, if you're new to crypto, this might not sound like a big deal. But to seasoned traders, these types of transactions can be huge warning signs. Why? Because historically, when whales, those massive holders, start moving coins to exchanges, it often means they're preparing to sell. And when whales dump large amounts of tokens onto the market, it creates a sudden flood of supply, pushing prices down sharply. Think about it like this. Imagine you're trying to sell a rare baseball card, but suddenly 100 other people are selling the same card at once. The value drops fast, right? Same principle here. And right now, that's what's flashing across XRP charts. Heavy movements to exchanges, sparking serious fear across the crypto community. Point 2. Who are the whales? And why should you care _ so? Who exactly are these whales? In crypto, a whale is anyone who holds an unusually large amount of a given token, often millions or even billions of dollars worth. These can be early investors who got in when XRP was fractions of a penny, institutional players, big venture capital funds, or even companies that use XRP for real-world payments. Now here's the kicker. Whales can move markets single-handedly. When they sell, prices can crash. When they buy, prices can surge. And it's not just XRP. We've seen this behavior across Bitcoin, Ethereum, and practically every major crypto asset. That's why when we spot whale movements, we pay attention. It's not about fear-mongering. It's about being smart, staying informed, and positioning ourselves wisely. 3. History lessons. Past whale dump. Let's take a quick trip down memory lane. This isn't the first time XRP whales have spooked the market. In 2017, right before the big crypto bull run, we saw massive XRP transfers. Some whales cashed out during the first spike, causing sharp dips before XRP eventually surged to all-time highs. In late 2020, when the SEC announced its lawsuit against Ripple Labs, whales moved millions of XRP to exchanges almost overnight. The result? XRP's price got absolutely crushed, dropping over 60% in a matter of weeks. Even during the market rebounds of 2022 and early 2023, we saw whales cashing out after price increases, leading to quick, sharp corrections. But here's the important thing to notice. Each time, the panic was short-lived. While whales can cause temporary drops, they don't necessarily kill the asset long-term. After every major whale dump in XRP's history, we eventually saw recovery. Sometimes within weeks, sometimes longer, but recoveries nonetheless. 4. What could happen this time? Now let's fast forward to today. What could happen next? Now let's fast forward to today. What could happen next? Scenario 1. The whales are planning a major dump. XRP prices could crash short-term, maybe dropping 10%, 20%, even more if panic sets in. Scenario 2. This is a fake-out. Sometimes, whales move coins to exchanges without actually selling, or even move coins between their own wallets to stir up fear. The goal? Trigger retail panic, making you sell cheap while they accumulate more at lower prices. Classic market manipulation. It happens more often than you'd think. Scenario 3. Nothing major happens at all. Maybe they're simply reorganizing custody, moving funds into cold storage solutions, or preparing for regulatory requirements. Not every whale move is a sell-off. Bottom line, we need to stay alert, but not react blindly. Smart investors observe, plan, and wait for confirmation, not rumors. 5. What should XRP holders do? Alright, so if you're holding XRP right now, what's your move? First, don't panic sell. Reacting emotionally almost always leads to regret later. Second, reassess your risk. Ask yourself, how much XRP am I comfortable holding right now? If it dropped 30% tomorrow, would I panic? If yes, maybe lighten up your position to sleep better at night. Third, use dips wisely. If whales do trigger a price crash, consider dollar cost averaging. That means buying small amounts at regular intervals, not trying to time the bottom, but building your position steadily. Fourth, diversify. Don't bet everything on XRP alone. Even if you believe in it long term, and many smart investors do, spreading your investments reduces risk overall. Remember, whales can shake the tree, but it's the patient holders who often pick up the best fruit after the storm. Crypto is a game of patience, knowledge, and emotional control. Whales will always move the markets, but that doesn't mean they have to move you. If you found this breakdown valuable and you want to stay one step ahead of the next big moves, make sure you subscribe and tap that bell for real-time analysis and strategy, not just headlines. And I want to hear from you. Drop a comment below. Are you holding your XRP tight? Are you planning to sell? Or maybe you're gearing up to buy the dip? Let's start a real conversation, because together we grow smarter, stronger, and wealthier. Thanks for watching, and stay sharp out there, crypto fam.